there's been a huge update for Call the Wild the Angler, including 8 new fish species added here to Golden Ridge Reserve, graphical enhancements, and a whole lot more. So the first thing I wanted to do was run down here and look at the water. Just look how much better the surface of the water is. The movement of the water, the reflections, just the general color of it. Everything looks 100 times better here. I'm really glad to see that they've gone ahead and done that. There's another thing though. Those of you that play the Angler probably have been lamenting the size of the backpack for forever. That no longer will be an issue. If we jump over here to the shopkeeper and then go under the local souvenir section, on the equipment tab, there is now an option to purchase a tackle box expansion. So it's going to be 2,500 and it's going to expand the tackle box by 10 slots. With 8 new fish species out here, that is something we're going to want. So we're going to buy that, and then you see, if we do it again, we're going to have to pay 5,000 credits for it. So it's going to go up as you expand, but I think that's going to be really, really useful. So we're going to get kitted up for all the new fish species, and we're going to see if we can catch them all today. And we'll be starting out in one of my absolute favorite areas on the map, right here by the Heritage Vista. There are 2 ponds over here, and both of them are really good. And we can see when we mouse over this, the fish in the area have been updated. So there's the previous species, plus the additions of cutthroat trout and Ohrid trout. Over here at the other pond, there's also brook trout, black crappie, and Ohrid trout again. So I think that's going to be really cool. We're going to cast out, try to catch one of these things, and see how we do. Oh, finally! I'm hoping that's maybe a cutthroat. I thought I saw a little bit of an outline over there. I've been actually fishing for a while, trying to figure out the best combo to catch. Oh, that's definitely a cutthroat. This is, I think, the thing I'm most excited about, so we'll come back to that in just a minute, because I want to land this guy and see what we're looking at. Oh dear. Is that the XP thing doing that? No, there's a little bit of like a... Okay, it's only at that angle. Maybe it's the water? It was reflecting weird, like with its eye and stuff. That was just a silver at 5 pounds, and we caught him on a spinner. It took a long time. We went through a bunch of the recommended baits and lures to actually end up landing one. There was one over in here too, I thought. Might be that one. That could be a golden trout too. But I'm really glad we got to catch a cutthroat. I think there are Ohrids in this little pond, so maybe we switch to their preferred baits. And already, we switched ponds. We're getting a little something on a red worm. I'm hoping for an Ohrid. About to find out. That's solid tension. I'm thinking for the line that we're using, we gotta be looking at a 4 or 5 pound fish. That is an Ohrid trout, absolutely no doubt about it. Let's bring this guy up here and take a look. Pretty cool. Nice little silver at 3.97 pounds. Caught him on a red worm. And by the way, this expression thing is new as well. Apparently, the bigger the fish you catch, as far as the rank goes, bronze, silver, gold, diamond, and probably legendary as well, the more like happy the expression is. So if we can catch a gold at some point today, that's something I'd like to see. But I like too, they got like the shaping and stuff. Pretty nice. So we need to absolutely maximize our time today, and you may be wondering why that is. The reason for that is that fish that are nocturnal are basically uncatchable during the daylight and vice versa. Not entirely uncatchable, but it's going to be pretty rare. So let's jump into the handbook real quick. We'll look at all the new fish species, including the ones that we've caught. And also, this isn't a new species that were bourbon over on Norway, but they've been added to Golden Ridge as well. But we do have black crappie, those are in the pond that we're at right now. Tiger muskie, which I cannot wait to try to catch. We have shovel-nosed sturgeon. They're one of those nighttime fish which we'll be able to target pretty soon. We've got green sunfish, brook trout. We have over here the Ohrid trout that we've already caught, walleye, and of course we got a cutthroat trout as well. So 8 new fish species. They all look really good. I want to catch another cutthroat at some point. Hopefully we can do that because I don't know what was going on with that reflection. But let's see if we can get a crappie. Maybe on a tube if we can do a little jigging. Whatever that is, another Ohrid? Just went flying over there and nailed this thing. I put 13 pound test on, so this is a little bit more of a serious fight, but luckily he's so close, it didn't matter. That's a good one. 6.64 pound silver. Gotta be close to gold, I'd imagine. Oh, that was a grub. I didn't even put on the right lure, but apparently The Ohrids must like it. I think we finally have it figured out. That looks like that crappie's gonna take this. The weirdest thing is that it was none of the... Oh my goodness. You see the expression's different when you catch a prawns. That is not a big one. I actually have a daily to catch too, and maybe now that we got something to work, we can get another one. But all we did was put on the smallest hook that would be size 10 and a bloodworm, and immediately we get one to hit. So let's try it again. And I think that's the answer. Another crappie just went flying over there. Gonna give it time, make sure it actually gets this. That's gonna do our daily, and hopefully this one's gonna be a little better. There was a weird reflection thing with our line there too. Oh, it's actually a little worse at 0.22 pounds. I mean, they should get up to like a couple of pounds anyway. There's gotta be a big one in here. I'm gonna try one more time because this is working. That one looks even smaller, but it's really effective. It could be down to the hook size, but I don't know. I'm pretty sure this will be even less than 0.22 pounds. There have been some really tiny crappie. Nice Ohrid just surfaced, but that's a juvenile at 0.12. Either way, at least we know we can catch them. And if we have time at the end, we'll come back and maybe try to get a better one. Because I mentioned I wanted to catch another cutthroat as well. But there are still 5 new species to catch, and we're getting pretty close to nighttime. I don't know yet if the nighttime fish will bite, but we gotta be getting there. And maybe in the meantime, we can actually catch a sunfish as well. So I've gone up 2 hook sizes just to try to catch some slightly better fish. There are crappie in here too, so maybe we can improve on that. But we're still running with the bloodworm, and just moved to a pond that does have green sunfish in it as well. What the heck? I don't even... There was no indication we're about to get a hit. That's a decent fish, whatever it is. And we were in the right area, where I might have expected like a sunfish or a crappie, but... What is that? I have no idea that was a crappie. A little bit better as silver this time at 0.81 pounds. That came out of nowhere. Ooh, okay, I don't know what the deal is with the fish in this pond, but they do not mess around. I think this is going to be our last cast, because we're getting to that point where probably the nocturnal fish will start to hit, but maybe we have a shot at catching a sunfish. This is a decent fish. Looked like a crappie though, and it is at 0.72 pounds. So interesting. We're managing to catch a couple of better ones. We'll have to return here for sunfish a little bit later. Ooh, we got something out here at night. I'm actually hoping to catch a shovel-nosed sturgeon. I think that would be a really cool fish. And apparently one of their habitats is upriver, but I don't know what's going on. Nothing is like giving any indication that we're about to get a hit. It's just sudden. What was that? What even is this guy? Oh, it's a walleye. Well, that's one of the new species. Not too bad, 2.13 pounds. Caught him on a minnow. I wish we... Sometimes you can see a little better in this view. Not so much here, which is a bit of a shame. They're another nighttime fish, so not a huge surprise to catch that. Now we gotta try to catch another one out here. Got a little something on a redworm. Let's see. Oh, that's way better tension. I don't know what this is, but it's gotta be a decent fish. Gotta make sure we bring this all the way in here and land it. Could this be a shovel-nosed sturgeon? I didn't see it. And at that distance, I guess at night we probably wouldn't. That is a sturgeon. That is so cool. Look at these guys. That's a silver at 4.68 pounds. So not bad. I'm really glad too, like, we got at least some decent lighting at this angle for the photo, because they are such neat little fish. So the shovel noses don't get nearly as big as some other sturgeon you may be familiar with, but they are, I mean, a prehistoric fish. So I think that's a really cool thing to have in game. I was thinking about, and maybe we'll do it now, since we've actually caught one. Let's go ahead and release this guy. Just up here ahead of us is a bridge with a little light post on it. If we can catch one there and get like a really nice photo, I think that would be ideal. Instead, we got a big old walleye swimming over there. I mean, we'll absolutely take that as well. Look at that. How big is this guy? We're gonna increase the tension. We have the equipment to just drag this guy in, but He almost had us at a standstill there. This is like 27-pound test. I'm not sure how big the walleye are going to get. That looked pretty darn big, though. I'm guessing, because what, bronze was 2-ish. They'll probably go well north of 10. I don't know what this one is. It feels pretty darn heavy, and I'm a little afraid, because of where we're at, that we might snap the line on the edge of the bridge. Oh, I think we're going to manage this. What is this guy? That is a good walleye. 11.5-pound gold. Look at that. I'm so glad we're standing in the light. That's probably in the region of diamond. I mean, they could get considerably bigger, but I'm just gauging on like the size of the fish itself. Pretty sweet. I'm really happy with that. That's going to be the catch of the day unless we somehow catch, you know, like a really big tiger muskie. Well, I wanted the sturgeon from here, and apparently there's big walleye around, so let's try it again. Man, they are just killing the redworms, and again, no indication anything was about to hit. I don't know what this one is. Tension-wise, it's nothing like that 11-pounder. That was cool. Just catching one that big. That's another walleye, so not what we're after. But I'm really glad that they're pretty actually easy to catch, even though they're at night. I'll show on the map where we are. That is a little 2.25-pounder again, so about the same as the first one. And just to take a look at it, we're standing on this bridge, just up here, kind of like at the almost northernmost lake on the map. Kind of right in the center there. It's a good spot, apparently. I mean, we could cast off this other side. The lighting might actually be better, so let's try that. There's something under there. I can't even tell what it is. It might be a walleye. But it's literally every cast. Like, if you're at all interested in sturgeon or walleye and night fishing, come to the spot that we looked at on the map and just throw a redworm on and have fun. I'll look at the hook size. I think we have a size 6 hook. What is that? That's a trout. Is it a cutthroat? No, it's a brook trout. Well, how about that? Just knock out an extra new species. I don't think they're a nocturnal fish. So what are the odds? I want to look at that. So you can tell from the handbook, and we probably should have gone over that, but we'll jump in here and click a couple of these. So like when you click the shovel-nosed sturgeon, this moon icon indicates that it's a nocturnal fish. The walleye, same exact thing. What about brook trout? Yeah, that's a sun icon, so in theory, you'd expect to catch them in the daylight. We'll take that, though. That leaves us with, I think, just... Is it just 2? I thought it was 3, but... Berbert, we're already here. I mean, this spot is ridiculous. It's every single cast. Got another walleye taking that. Let's bring this guy in, and then I think we might actually jump into multiplayer, because the remaining species should be daylight active species. There's a 3-pound walleye, by the way. But seriously, this is maybe my new favorite spot. It's got, of the new species, I think both of my favorites, walleye and sturgeon, were the ones I was super excited about. But we'll see what tiger muskie bring. They should be kind of either or, because I think they're going to be one that we're going to want to catch like deep down, kind of like lake trout. And then we still need a green sunfish. Burbot I'm not worried about today. If we catch one, I mean, cool, they're a nocturnal fish, but I think we're going to go to multiplayer just so we can fish in the daytime again. One kind of problem with that idea. As I'm sure you can see, it's still nighttime. We've joined a multiplayer server, and it seems like either it just so happens to be the exact same time as our single player game, or maybe they've changed how it works, because in the past, you'd be able to join multiplayer, it would start at the same time as your single player, but like fast forward to match the server time. However, the benefit of multiplayer, as you can see on the left there, in the chat it's telling you who is catching what, and you can see where on the map. Right here at the main lake, tiger muskies are being caught. So I think it's going to work out, just we might have to catch them at night. If that's a tiger muskie, that's a good one. Definitely a decent fish. Look at the immediate stance, so that is a tiger muskie too. Let's get him out of there. He hits so close to the boat. That's a nice one. From what I've been seeing in the chat, not all of them are nearly this big. I'd really like to catch a gold one. I put on like a hook size 5 spoon lure, I think. They look great. I'm so glad we got that screenshot before the light kind of went away. Not bad. So we're down to just one fish we haven't caught, and I never would have guessed it would be a sunfish But I mean, what the heck, if they're around here, see if we can get a bigger one. Ooh, that looks like another good one. Got him to hit. And this time at least we get a little bit of a fight. Yeah, that's more like what I was expecting. We're at 50% drag already from that walleye, and it's a little tougher to just bring them right in. I don't think he's as big as our almost 11-pounder, but we will absolutely take that. And it's starting to get light out here too, which I think is going to be ideal for trying to land that final new species in the green sunfish. Actually, that's a little bit better, 11 pounds. And good to see that's still a silver. They should get pretty good size. And we're getting more and more light as we go. I'd love to catch like a 20-pounder. I don't know if I have a bigger spoon lure, and this size 5 is working good. So maybe we just kind of stick with it and just try all around us. Okay, that was quick. Might be a good fish. Solid tension again, but we're still able to pretty well overpower it and bring it this way. It's getting to the point that I think we can go after sunfish. So this might be our last tiger muskie of the video. But we will definitely be back targeting these guys again. They are pretty cool. I do feel like this has got to be a decent one. Looks good as he's coming up to the surface here. Let's get him in the boat. What do we have for this guy? 9.44 pounds. So a lot of solid ones. And again, this size 5 spoon, it's working super well. So to show on the map where we are, basically just to the south of the main, like, where the shop and stuff is on the main lake. Just down in here. Seems to be a really good area, and something we'll come back to, but let's go up to the spot where we were catching the crappie before. I thought there were sunfish in there, though. I really hope that's going to be a green sunfish, because nothing else on the map actually shows them as being in the area. I couldn't tell. That is one. So there's our first. It's going to be 0.66 pounds, so a little smaller than the better crappie that we got. And I went to a hook size 9 just to see. So we'll try a size 8 hook. And the place that I came to is just this kind of little, sort of long, skinny pond down here in the southeast. So maybe, yeah, we'll increase our hook size a bit. See if we can catch one better one. I don't think that's a sunfish. That's a sauger or a walleye, maybe? Could be a decent yellow perch as well, but if that will actually take the bait, we'll bring that in, and probably that will be our last catch, because of course, the update did just come out today. I think that is a decent yellow perch. Not terrible. 1.3 pounds silver, and again, our hook size is pretty small, so we're mostly going to catch smaller fish, but in order to get this video out on time, probably that is going to have to do it, but we're going to be back here for sure. I want to target tiger muskie a lot more, and the sturgeon as well. We only caught that one, and then the massive walleye instead. But I really like it, and of course there's burbot out here. We'll have to try to catch a burbot to complete the handbook. But we've now caught, minus the burbot, which again we've caught over on Norway, one of every fish here on Golden Ridge Reserve, all 8 new species, and I really am so impressed. Like the size of the walleye, I thought the tiger muskie were really, really cool. Looking forward to a lot more of that in the near future, and hopefully we can target some diamonds. I really want to know what diamond for walleye is. I feel like we were reasonably close with that one. But anyway, that's going to do it for this video. So as always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.